Hi, this is Jeri Campbell. I'm one of the judges for the Yaz event, Carving Out Space. I'm going to run through my marks first, and I'll do notes second. And I'm going to try to keep it really quick so that it's under 10 minutes. So here we go. Jade Esposito, 2 stars. Ilana Sedaka, 2 stars. Nainoa Sato, 2 stars. Amanda Hoffman, 3.5 stars. Victoria Bebu, 2.5 stars. Adam Blake, 3.5 stars. Tommy Steenberg, 4 stars. Joel Deere, 3.5 stars. Catherine McSwain, 3.5 stars. Courtney Baga, 3 stars. Elise Sigmund, 3.5 stars. Shannon Lanahan, 2.5 stars. Amber Van Wyck, 3.5 stars. So those are my marks. And now let me just do my notes really fast and kind of explain why I gave those marks. Let's start with the little ones, Jade and Ilana. Girls, you're doing really well. You're both the little ones in the pack, so remember that you're trying to do this artistic competition with people that are a little older than you and they have a little more life experience than you do. So really think about what your challenge is and try to tell your story a little bit more. Think about your audience. Your audience is going to be your camera guy because this is an online competition. So just try to remember that, okay? But you're on the right track. You're doing really well. Nainoa Sato, you did a piece on Slumdog Millionaire. Just remember, you did a really nice job of telling the story before you showed your piece on the ice. And then your piece didn't tell the story as much on the ice. So if you've ever been to a Disney on Ice production or anything like that where you see them, telling a story, try to think of that when you are actually skating, that you're telling us something. So, if you're thinking that you're including somebody else in your story, make sure you're referencing somebody else. Even if it's imaginary, you're trying to tell us something. Okay, so just a note, but pretty program. I really liked it. And then there's Amanda Hoffman. My notes for you were, if I remember correctly, you had the violin piece and you had nice speed, you had really big movements, nice extensions. Just remember, you're not just filling the arena, that you're doing an online competition. So remember to pull us in. We're watching you from our computer, and whoever is videoing you is telling that story, and they're kind of taking it from our perspective. So try to remember that. Moving on to Victoria Bebu. You said your piece was from Cirque du Soleil and it was kind of tempo-y. You did kind of an inside spiral that I thought was going to be really cool, and then it popped into a back spiral really fast, and it felt a little IJS-y to me. It felt like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and here I am doing my IJS program a little bit. So if you can, get the IJS out of your head for these challenges, because remember, this is more artistic, and you don't have any limitations. What you're trying to do is you're trying to be original, and you're trying to take your strongest moves and really highlight them. So if you can do that, that would be cool. That spiral would have been really cool if you did it for like a whole circle. You kept your leg up and you just started doing really cool movements with your arms, and that would show carving space while you're doing this cool circle with your leg to the side. Just an idea. Okay, so moving forward, Adam Blake, your piece was on walking through water. My notes were nice work. Get your skater to know the audience a little bit more. When you're doing choreography for other people or for students, you want to think about, what is this? What project is this? Am I doing choreography for a competition? Is this for an IJS competition? Is this for a cruise ship? Is this for a Disney on Ice show? You're going to have different types of audiences, so remember that. And but I liked your choreography. Just if you can, incorporate it so that there's some focus on the camera. If this is an online challenge, get them to kind of, pull us in a little bit. I think that would be really helpful. Let's go to Tommy Steenberg. Your piece was on insanity. Here's my cat. She just jumped up here. Your piece was on insanity, and I thought it was very interesting. I thought if this kid doesn't know Brian Wright, he really certainly got his essence, and the carving space idea, I thought really you really connected with that, and I liked your piece a lot. And moving to Joel Deere, you did Ray of Light or Life, and I thought your program was really nice, and my notes were also, I did see Brian Wright in your piece as well. I thought you got the idea and pulled it into your program, and just again, I think you were videoing in Sun Valley, which is gorgeous, love it. If you can, pull us in a little bit more into, the online internet world, because that's where we're watching you. And Catherine McSwain, you did your piece on raindrops, which I liked. It was positive, upbeat, different, and it was nice. It worked for you. I thought it was a good piece for you. Courtney Bega, you did a piece on loss, and I thought you went through the process pretty well. I think you were trying to go through the process and come out on a positive. And if you can, dig a little deeper, go a little further into those emotions and make it really raw, and then come out of it and change the pace. So, but I like the idea. I think you were on the right track with that as well. Elisa, your piece was physical, and I did write a couple nice notes in here that I liked the skating. I thought you did a really nice job, and as it went along, to me it got more interesting, which is always good. You kind of want to keep pulling that interest in from your judges. But one quick note is at the very beginning, I noticed it was tight. So right off the bat, I was kind of thinking, uh-oh, so try to remember general body posture is really important. And I noticed that went away later on in your program. So it's not like it's a bad habit that, it was just something I noticed at the beginning. So just food for thought. Shannon Lenahan, I got to keep this quick. You did a Latin piece. Nice piece. Love that kind of style. Try not to be too repetitive. I noticed there was a little kind of, body motion that was repeated a few times more maybe than you realized. Maybe repeat things once or twice, and that's it. So just a general note on that as well. I think it's important not to be redundant, but nice. I like the Latin flavor, is always fun. And then Amber, you were last. You did joint or seam articulation, and my notes for you were make sure you point your toes when you take a push, any push. You want to completely push away, fully extend your leg, and if it's joint articulation is your theme, really articulate and then let it go. So, what you're telling us, I want you to pull into your program a little bit more. I think that would be really helpful. And that's it. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a great challenge for everybody, and good luck on the next couple challenges. Okay, so all the best, and I look forward to seeing how it ends up.